డెస్క్టాప్ లో ఉంది. నేను ఆల్రెడీ ఇంతకుముందు అడిగితే చాలా మంది చెప్పాను కదా, ఇక్కడ ఈ ప్లేస్ లో ఉంది, మీకు డౌట్ ఉంటే నరసింహారెడ్డిని అడగమని చెప్పాను కదా. ఇక్కడ మీరు డీ డ్రైవ్ లోకి వెళ్తే 6 క్లినికల్ ప్రాజెక్ట్ అని ఉంటాయి, అందులో రిఫరబిలిటీ ఇవ్వండి, ఇక్కడ నుంచి కాపీ చేసుకోమని చెప్పాను, మీ ఫోల్డర్ క్రియేట్ చేసుకొని. సో ఇందులో ఏమైనా డౌట్ ఉంటే మీరు నరసింహారెడ్డిని అడగండి, హీల్ హెల్ప్ యూ. ఓకే
ఓకే ఓకే
Okay, so we'll discuss one of the intervention domain today. So for what we have event and then finding. So today we will discuss about the intervention. What is called intervention? Can anyone?
Yes.
Is this test? What is called intervention? What it means intervention? Nothing but the something taken by the subject is nothing but your test drug or your any concomitant medication or any substance uses, whatever the thing. So it's a drug related. Okay. So whenever we talked about the test drug, so that we are going to map into the exposure domain that everyone knows. So here the test drug, what are the clinical trial is going to perform the particular trial. So that drug related information we are going to map in the EX domain. So whenever we talked about any drug related information, obviously like what is the drug name, and then when it was taken, what is the dose, what is the frequency, what is the dose units, and then what is the regimen, route of drug administration, when it was started, when it was ended. So these kind of things will occur. So those are the data points he is going to capture in the database level, and then that we are going to map in the CRF level SDTM annotations, and then we'll develop the specification. From there onwards we'll map to the SDTM programming. That's what we did in the previous domains as well. See here also the same thing. So I'm going to explain for this intervention as a EX domain. Okay, so here is the EX specification. We'll start the EX programming. So before we move to EX programming, is there any questions from anyone? Is that clear for everyone so far what we discussed? అర్థమవుతుందా అంటే ప్రోగ్రామింగ్ ఎట్లా చేస్తున్నాం ఏంటి, దట్ ఈస్ వెరీ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్. ఓకే, so the very soon we will complete the SDTM programming. The remaining domains you have to complete. Why? Because I have explaining the each and every aspect of the all domains. Okay, so the similar kind of domains you have to practice and then come up with the questions. So meanwhile we'll move to the Adam part. Okay, anyway, so so the first of all we'll see the what kind of variables we'll have. These are the study identifiers, and then sequence you all remember. EXTRT is the topic variable in exposure, as well as the TRT is the topic variable for your interventions. Okay, here the drug name will come. So EX dose means how much dose he was taken. EX dose units means what is the units of the dose. EX dose form means what kind of form it is, and then what is the frequency, what is the route. Okay, this is epoch, and then when it was started, when it was ended, corresponding XHDC, STDY, XENDY. So these are pretty much similar variables you already know. These are the derived variables. Okay, so this is the program we can easily complete as soon very quickly. Okay, so we'll start it here, EX, and then we'll take that what is the raw data set of your exposure, ADI STDT. Okay, this one ADI is the data set. Okay, so ADI will take. Okay, so these are the identifiers, we can keep it as is, no issue. Okay, subj ID and site ID. When we have assigned the lens, it will come here. The study ID is subject ID this. Okay. So now we will start the one by one variable. So this EX sequence you already know when we are going to derive at the end of the programming. Next EXTRT. So here they have assigned the if OMSID equals 0, then EXTRT.
This call is now being recorded.
This is wrong. So we are not going to assign a treatment names based on the OMSID. So OMSID somewhat in the demographic variable. So even though it is similar, but we have to annotate it here like that. Okay, but here they have assigned like this, but let me check the program output. Okay, whether we have so the drug part 1. Okay, here I think there should be a randomization file. That's why they have not captured any drug information here, and I mean drug name and all this. So that's why we have drug 1. Okay. So basically what happened, okay, here the specification should write like this, it should not be. Based on if the randomization file is there, then the OMSID also we can populate if you remember in the demographic program. But here it is not there. So what we can do, we don't have the randomization file here, right? So we'll just assign this one as a EXTRT, the namesake. If you have the randomization file, what you can do, if the randomization number is this one, I mean if the randomization code is this one, then the EXTRT is equal to placebo. If this is this one, and the EXTRT is equal to this drug. So something like that. Programming logic could be remain same. It will not change. Okay. We don't have the proper information here for the files. That's why. So I'll just keep it like this. Okay. So the next variable is EX dose. Okay, the dose is they have already. Okay, remember dose. Whenever we are talking about the dose, okay, generally it will capture in the raw data. But sometimes what happen if the dose is fixed? Okay, we have the single dose study and the dose is fixed. That will mention in the protocol, but that suppose not be captured in the raw data, but still we can populate the dose. Why? Because we know this here, this is the single dose study. Every subject should take this 250 mg, 240 mg, 500 mg, something like that. Then we can directly assign from the protocol. Okay, so that's what they have assigned like this. If you can see, if this BG0012 drug, then the dose EX dose is equal to 240. If it's a placebo, EX dose is equal to 0. This set. So then we can directly assign EX dose is equal to dose equal to 240. Okay. You got it? Okay. So the next EX dose unit is equal to mg. Okay. EX dose units is equal to mg. So here it is assigned. So the dose form is nothing but, okay, what kind of dose? So is this capsule or tablet or injection, whatever it may be. So this is capsule, you can assign as a capsule. Okay, here the EX is pretty much simple. Okay, so the dose frequency is that here they said that BID. So the dose frequency means, okay, daily once or daily twice or thrice or weekly once or bi-weekly or okay, so day by day or monthly once. What is the frequency of drug? If you go in any hospital, doctor will prescribe, okay, so this tablet you can take morning once and evening once, okay, and then some tablets will take daily thrice. Okay, some tablet will take, for example, if it's a vitamin D, they will ask us to take as a weekly once. What is the frequency? So for that we will have a code list. BID means it's a daily once. This is nothing but, okay, this is a code list control terminology. If you go and check the control terminology, there will be a BID means daily once. Okay, so I think this might be mentioned in the protocol somewhere, and then that's why they have assigned as a BID. Okay, otherwise this will be captured in the raw data. If it's captured in the raw data, then we can map from raw data. It depends. Okay, so the EX route is oral. Again, it's a tablet, obviously it's oral. Okay, then next EX route is oral and then epoch was I said. Okay, so present we do actually you should not supposed to assign like this. This is wrong. Okay, EX should be epoch should be supposed to derived from the subject element domain. Okay, so and then start and end dates of your adverse event. Exposure. So then what is the raw data set variable name? The date, EX start date and end date. So this is ADA STDAT and then ADI ENDAT or what? Yeah. So ADI ENDAT. Raw. So the same thing you can copy from the rest all. Okay. Remember, in one study, the date is captured in the similar way across all your raw data will capture in the same format. So whenever you have coded for the one domain, the same piece of code you can take it from the rest of the domain. Sequence you can use it, the epoch you can use it, study day calculation you can use it, domain this date conversion you can use it. Okay, in SDTM most of the codes will be repeated. Okay. Let me run and check. Okay, so the 43y ADI STS. What variables we have? ADI ENDT. Okay, STDAT. It's not DAT, DT. Okay, EDI STDAT. Yeah. We wrote the wrong name variable name. ADI STDT. Okay. That's why we got that type conversion. Okay, so now it is looking good. Then we'll go for this and then we'll check. We can see this ISO 860 format dates, exposure start date and exposure end date. What is the route of the drug oral frequencies by BID? It's a daily once, and then it's a capsule for the form, and then dose in XMG. H dose is a 240 mg. TRT is the BG double 000 and 12. Okay, so these are the variables we have created so far. So now the next one is the EXSTDTs and ENDTs. EXSTD, EXEND. So can anyone tell how can we create this EXSTD and END? How can we derive? We already did in the demographics and then adverse events and the vital signs. So the pretty much similar code, similar logic, same as it is. We have to change the input and output variables. So can anyone tell how can we do that?
Sir, if EXSTDC greater than or equal to RFSTDC.
One second. What's your name?
Narayan Reddy, sir.
Narayana or Narendra?
Narayan Reddy.
Narayan Reddy? Yeah. So can you tell me first, okay, what you need to do first, okay? You are going to compare with the RFSTD. So before that, if you are doing this program, next step what you are going to do it? The logic is correct, you are trying to say. But when you are doing the programming, the next step what you are going to do? I'll write, tell me. Otherwise you can tell me verbally, that's fine.
No. You're asking about codes and further steps you're asking.
The steps you can explain, steps that should be fine.
If EXSTDC.
No, not again you are saying that directly. I mean, how you can compare? Before that, okay, if you want to compare the RFSTD, what you need to do first?
Join.
Yeah, you need to merge with the demogram. I mean, the thing is, now you people are in learning stage, okay? You have to habitant with that. So the next step, what we need to do, that you have to practice, okay? So the code you are able to understand, then what you are saying, Narendra, that is absolutely correct. So the code logic is correct, but the steps, programming steps also you should remember, and then how we are going to do that, okay? So if you practice more, then that will be come for everyone, okay? So, and one more thing, and then every time I'm saying that only 2-3 persons are responding, so the Narendra is one of the person. So please, I'm asking to each and everyone, you should be vocal. So whenever you tell the answer, then only you will get the subject. If you said the wrong answer, that's fine. You are learning now, right? What will happen if you say the wrong answer? Nothing will happen, right? So that's why I'm keep on encouraging each and everyone. So please be vocal and come up with the question, and you should explain the answer whenever I'm asking something. So that will improve your subject. Anyway, so what you people said, that is correct, okay? So now we have to join this, okay? We have to join means already joining code. Okay, if you want to write the code in the merge, then you can write it. The merge step is a simple step. What you need to do that, first you can sort the EX data set based on the uSubject ID, and also you can sort the DM, and then you can merge with the by uSubject ID, then you will get that. So I'm comfortable in the proc SQL, that's why I write the complex. But you can write the merge also, that should be fine. Okay.
Actually, written method statement, sir, when I'm joining that both.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, whenever you are practicing, you have to try with the different codes. Now you are in learning stage. That should be good, actually. Yeah, that's good to know that. So you have to practice in different way. Okay, so the EX2. Sorry. So this is one, and then here EX1. Left join, and then okay, fine, yeah, simple. And remember, whenever you are practicing and whenever you are doing the programming, so some people, okay, I see that not here in the previous batches, they'll create the dataset names with the different names and then their names. Don't do that. So whenever you are working in here, so you can use the similar. For example, you are working on the EX, right? EX1, EX2, EX, that is something like that. So if you are doing the merge one, but that should be related to your programming, not your names or anything. Okay. So these are not doing everyone. I see the few people in the previous batches. That's what I'm saying. Okay. If you are doing the same thing, don't do that. Okay. Your dataset naming, I mean, there is no restriction for the dataset naming convention, but it would be good to have that. Okay, that would be related to your domain. Okay. Okay, so now we have merged with the EX. Okay, then the RF STDT should come here. Okay, if you can see this. Now we have to derive. So the same logic we can use it. The same logic. Instead of EXTDTC, we will use that EXSTDTC. That's it. Here, EXSTDY. So here also EX. So here EX. Here EX. Here EX.
Sir,
చెప్పండి. Sorry?
Sir, in this specification, we don't have all the variables, sir. Just we have one few variables, sir. That EX domain.
That's what I'm saying. Here in the specification, much of the variables are not. What are the variables we will have, that only we are creating. In the real time also, based on the study requirement, what are the variables we need to create that. Okay, that logic you know, right? Require, expected and permissible logic. Okay, I think here there's some required variable missing, but the logic you should understand. If the additional variables also come, if the spec is there, you can easily create, right? You should understand the logic. Okay.
Yes.
So this is done. Yeah. Let me check with type conversion. EXST DTC, that's fine. Which I'm in product history DTC, XS. What's wrong in this? Missing values were generated. Okay. So based on the data, sometimes we have to make sure
Sir, spelling mistakes and require tools.
no. X3, right? Yeah, if you can see. So the day CXSTDY and then EXCNDY. So can anyone tell why EXSTDTC is always 1 for all subjects? If you can.
So treatment started and that both are equal same rates. So
Why? Any reason?
Exposure itself means starting of the treatment. Right?
Exactly, yeah. So the RF-STDTC is nothing but the first dose of drug administration. Your EX-STDTC also nothing but the same date, right? So that's why it's always 1. Okay, good. So then this is also done, and then what are the, okay, sequence. Sequence is a similar code, okay? What we have derived that we can use, okay? And then here it is the EX3, and then EX4. Here is that EXTRT and EXSTDTC and EXENDTC also can put. Sequence is come always one. Why? Because each and every subject will have only one record. So that's why will come only one. So the next is the EX output, and then we can use the same logic here. You already know, right? So how can do that? So you want me to keep this, or and then you can able to do it. ఇది చేయగలుగుతారా మీరు?
Yes, sir.
Everyone have idea now? We did many times. You want me to show one more time again? How we did in Excel concatenation. You want me to show one more time, or everyone is aware already? Okay then, so I can take it as no. If you don't have any question on this, okay, you can do it. So I'll remove this, and then I'll just keep it only whatever the records, okay? This I can do. Okay, EX root. I think we did right, but it's a typo. EX ROUT. Okay. Okay, you can go and open the stream library. There will be EX domain. Yeah, if you can see the all variables is here. So exposure related domain programming. So if you have the multiple forms for exposure, the same logic you can use it. Okay, what we did in the previously in Vital Science. Okay, you can do the one-to-one mapping or derivation for individual data set level. The later you can all append, and then after that you can these derived variable you can do it. Okay, there is a programming logic and steps for any written domain anywhere. Okay. So that's it for your exposure domain. And then is there any questions from anyone in exposure? Still they will provide the programming. They will not provide any thing, but they will provide. For example, if you can write the programming for the EX, what is there? This will provide.
This will provide.
Yeah, definitely. This will be the programming instruction or pseudocode or programming logic, whatever they call, but they will have like this information. Without this, how can? Yeah.
Yeah, we need to follow based on these instructions, right, sir?
Right, this programming logic, based on that you can write the programs. Okay?
Okay.